Jamie Jackson had it all. The career, the women, the car.
He was a role model to some. To a lot, maybe even.
Tonight on Knightline, we will investigate the story that is the Jamie Jackson incident. Good evening, I'm Sheree Franklin, and you're watching Knightline. Tonight, we're delving into a story of pain, tragedy, and a few lessons learned. This story is of Jamie Jackson, the fallen star of Bellarmine University.
I was just driving along, minding my own business, eating my Whopper, and out of nowhere went Seth. He walked right out in front of my car. I couldn't stop. After I hit him, I didn't know what to do. I panicked.
I get the call that a kid's been hit by a car, and I get there, and there's another guy standing over the top of him crying.
And just the look on his face whenever I was coming at him, it gives me nightmares.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw what happened afterwards. Not a whole lot happens on this campus. It's generally a quiet place, and when there is a disturbance, I get a call, and I show up about a half an hour later, and things have usually resolved themselves. So this was a little different.
How did a simple cruise around Knights Hall end in a life-altering event? Going out for lunch, Jamie decided to visit the local Burger King. He was driving with both hands on his Whopper. Seth Dixon had just been dismissed from his last class and was heading to the quad. His Facebook status said, quote, "Seth Dixon is ready to start a wonderful day." Little did he know at this very spot he would meet his untimely demise. Seth Dixon was a Bellarmine freshman. His sister, Rita Dixon, is the editor of the Concord.
I got a call, and I couldn't believe it. I had just talked to him that morning. It's just not fair. He was so happy. It was Thursday. Thursday's my happy day. Not anymore.
Obviously, Seth was already dead by the time the police got there. But I tried to tell them what happened, and they really didn't want to hear what I had to say. They just took me and slammed me against the car. And
I assume typical the police role, and I put him down on his hood, and that's when I realized I don't carry handcuffs.
every day I look back and just wish that I could rewind and not take that path and not eat that Whopper.
Am I surprised that Jamie hit someone? Nah. Have you seen Jamie's driving? Someone said that they found a bunch of Burger King wrappers in his car. I guess it's hard to drive with both hands on your Whopper.
Yeah.
Between you and me, it's not the first time Jamie's hit somebody. It's just the first time he's got caught.
Where this might seem like a set of unfortunate events, some beg to differ that this was all a coincidence. Christina White, the news editor for the Concord, has a different take on this tragedy.
He meant to do it. There's no way it was a coincidence. It was completely planned.
I was in the office, the Concord office, several times when both Seth and Jamie were in there. Seth came in a lot, to visit me, stop by, just take care of things. I don't want to say that there was animosity, but there was animosity. Everyone knew there was tension there between them, and I think what did it was the day Seth finally called him out about all the pictures that he had of himself over all the computers on the walls. Seth was a little hard on Jamie sometimes, and Jamie doesn't take criticism very well. I can distinctly remember him saying, I'll get you, Seth Dixon. I'll get you if it's the last thing I do. I know Jamie pretty well, and there were some instances where he's a lot deeper than he seems. There's a lot going on under his hair.
I didn't like Seth. Okay, we had our differences, but I'm not gonna run the guy over. What do you think?
Jamie Jackson was more than a basketball star. He was an inspiration to many.
Mr. Jackson was an upstanding member of this campus. He was a role model to some, to a lot, maybe even.
His talents ranged from basketball to ribbon dancing, where he led this first-year team to victory under the guidance of Coach Mahoney. No one could have seen the downfall coming of Bellarmine's central figure.
Take one hand off your whopper and put it back on the wheel. It's really not worth it. He told me that, for all of my negligence, he never wanted to see me back on the streets again. So he's given me 5 years. I know it's too late for me now, but I've definitely learned my lesson.
Jamie Jackson's sentence has now been reduced to manslaughter, and he will soon be eligible for parole. We may never know what happened in this tragedy, and all we have now is hearsay and speculation. But truthfully, that is how most Bellarmine students prefer it. This basketball star's once bright future is now filled with uncertainty, and no one can erase the pain this tragedy has caused, and it will leave a scar on Bellarmine society that will not fade with time. I'm Sheree Franklin, and thank you for watching Knightline.
Thank you.